Can we go thrift shopping?
What? Hey everybody, it's Shayna here, also known as Thrifty Nurse. I am in my storage unit right now. You can kind of see behind me. Moving my death pile. So if you're not familiar with a death pile, that is a term they use in the reselling community that basically means your items that you don't have listed yet. So stuff that you thrifted and sourced and just stuff that you collected, whatever, that you have not sold or listed yet and it's just kind of sitting there dying, I guess. I like to use the term profit pile because it's going to make me money and I'm going to get it sold. I just haven't done it yet, but it is cash waiting to be made. So I call mine my profit pile. I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff I have in my death pile. Sounds fun, right? So keep watching if you're interested in seeing that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be posting a lot more reselling related content. Probably not a whole lot more thrift with me because as you can see, I don't need to do any more sourcing ever again, like ever. But yeah, I'll be posting lots of different stuff that has to do with reselling and thrifting and mercari and eBay and all that good stuff. So like, subscribe, comment, share, do all the things, and thank you for watching. Bye! Alright, hopefully it's not going to be too loud in here because there are people leaf blowing and stuff. But if y'all remember when I did the $20 thrift with me video, these are the things I got. I got a whole ton of plush. So at the one thrift store, this still has tags on it and it's Disney. At the one thrift store I went to, they had a huge bin of plush and then they have a smaller bin next to it. And the smaller bin said kids could pick one plush per a visit, so I didn't even look at that one because obviously it was like something free for kids. But then there was this big bin next to it that I thought was plush for sale because last time I went that's what it was. But apparently it was also supposed to be kids pick for free. So when I went to check out, I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll put it back. And she's like, no, it's fine, I'll just sell it all to you for $2. So I got all these plushes for $2 each. Or for $2 total, I mean. So I don't even know what that is. Maybe like a nickel a piece. But a lot of them are vintage. Like this is definitely vintage. Some of them are modern, like Disney or My Little Pony. This looks like a vintage Mickey Mouse. And a lot of people don't really source plush. They think it's kind of just junk. But I do really good with it. I've picked up plush before for a quarter, 50 cents, and then sold it for $50 to $80 for one single item. So yeah, I always pick up plush and it's really fun to sell. I love doing it. That's like the little cereal guy. He's cute. Now Beanie Babies are not that great to pick up usually. I have not had much luck with those. Like, you know, the TY or Ty, whatever they are from the 90s. I have not had a great amount of luck with those. But vintage plush and Disney plush has done good for me. This is a little vintage monkey. It's so cute. Some of the best ones I've sold that have actually already sold. What is this? Star Wars. He goes on a car. It's got these little sticky things. But some of the best ones I've sold have been these Fisher Price. What were they called? They were little floppy bears. I'm trying to remember what they were called exactly. They're from like the 90s. Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's. I know that does pretty well. I'll have to put the link up, or the picture up, because I can't remember what they were called right now, but I think I sold them for like 50 or 60 bucks a piece, and I paid like 50 cents for them, so they are definitely a BOLO. This is Rhincourt, like the medicine. Sometimes advertising stuff does really well, so I grabbed that one. I don't know. Some of these I don't know if they'll really do that great, but since she was giving them all to me for $2 total, I mean, why pass that up? That's how I ended up with the whole storage unit full of a death pile. Why pass that up? I had to get it. It was so cheap. Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes does pretty good. This still has a tag on it, and it feels like it does something. It probably just needs new batteries, so I'll take him home and give him new batteries. Pokemon, of course. Pokemon probably will be worth getting, I would think. And there's another one that's Pokemon. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. And this was just like a cute little Easter bunny. I thought it was pretty. And it's vintage, so I grabbed it. Let's see. More plush. Try to get through all the plush first. Little unicorn with the tags on it. Camel with the tags on it. A lot of this is brand new. Cleveland Zoo. And I'll have to check comps on a lot of this. Some of it, you know, I don't really know. This guy does something too. He has a battery pack in there. But a lot of the times the battery ones, they just need a new battery and they're good to go. That's really cute. Oh, that's Anne Geddes. Like the 90s. Do y'all remember that? The little babies in the flower pots and stuff. That looks vintage. It's a little bear, and it's got a little pacifier. See what it says. Baby BB. Oh, that's a hat that got thrown in there. Carhartt hat. Carhartt's a good brand though to pick up. I've sold a lot of Carhartt stuff, so maybe that was a little bonus. Just another cute little bunny. And then I got this purse, and it has more plush in it that I just stuffed in there when I was coming over here. The purse is Charming Charlie. I don't know. She gave me my whole cart for $10. That's from Frozen. So she gave me my whole cart for $10 at the store when I went the other day, when I did the last video. So the whole cost of all this stuff was $10. So you really can't beat that. And it was so sweet of her to do that. I was really not expecting. I was just going to go over my budget because I had went to 2 stores, and at the first one I had already spent $10. I think that's from Frozen too. But I had already spent $10 at the first one, so I was just like, okay, I'm going to have to go over budget because they had some really good stuff. And then she was like, oh, nobody's going to buy all this stuff, because I had all these like old ugly kind of dresses. And she's like, nobody's going to buy all this. What's your budget? And I was like, well, it was supposed to be $20. I spent $10 already. And she's like, oh, I'll just give you the whole cart for $10. And I was like, oh my god, you're my favorite person ever right now. That was super cute, I thought. I think it's a little peach. And it's definitely vintage. It's made by Trudy. Oh, it's a Del Monte, like the brand. Country Yumpkin something peach. This must have been at Goodwill at one point because it has a written price on the tag. I hate when they do that. I have not found a good way to remove the marker yet. That's a Squishmallow. Those are like really hot right now. That'll probably do well. But yeah, I hate when they write the prices on the tags in marker, because how on earth do you get that off? So I usually either try to make it look like initials and just say there's initials written on the tag. That does something too. Or I cut the tag off if it's something that I think can do without the tag. Or I just scribble it out and say there's marker on the tag, because I don't want to send somebody something that they bought for 20 bucks that says 69 cents on the tag. I just feel like that's kind of tacky, so. That's cute too. It kind of matches that unicorn. And then we've got this little bunny. These would have been good to get listed before Easter, but that didn't happen. Little bear. Oh, that's a gun bear. That should do pretty good. And cute little kitty. I love little kitties. Another bunny. Soft Classics is the brand on that one. Another Squishmallow. I was so excited when I found those. And a little Eeyore. And I think that's all the plush. Yes. No. One more bag. I told you guys it was a lot. I can't believe she gave me all this for $2. It's just blows my mind. So this is a Belky bear from the Belk's store at the mall. Well, we have one in our mall. And it's from 1988. So I figured that would be a good one to pick up. I have another Belky bear. I think I actually have him listed, maybe. That's a big, huge mini. Like I said, Disney plush usually does well. And you know, even if you only sell this for, even if I only sold this for $5, I paid probably less than 5 cents. Like, I'll have to add all these up when I get done and see how many there were and divide it by $2. And I can tell you guys how much I paid. This is super cute too. But you know, let's say I paid even 50 cents. If I sell it for $5, that's a pretty big markup on what you paid. So, you know, to me, it's just worth picking up. That's really cute. What is that? Toy Factory. And then we've got... Now, some of these Easter bunnies were selling on eBay this spring, or earlier this year, for crazy, crazy, crazy money. I've seen a lot of them on there that went for over $100. And this kind of looks like a good one. I don't know if they're still going for that much, but it doesn't have a year or anything on it. TD Trading, I don't know, but it looks like a really good one. It feels like quality made stuff. Dodgers baseball, I think, right? I'm not a sports person. Is that baseball? I think it's baseball. This one I looked up at one point. Hemleys, I think it was called. Yeah, Hamleys or Hemleys. It's somewhere in England. Comps looked pretty good on that, so that should do good. And another Pokemon. I'll probably lot the Pokemon ones up since they're all small. Alright, then we got this bag. I think I showed this in the video. It was just a cute, you know, Christmas bag with dogs on it. People like stuff with animals. It looked pretty new. Christmas stuff does really good for me in general. I sell a ton of Christmas stuff, even now, even like what are we in, April? I probably sell like a Christmas thing a day. Like seriously, it does really good. These are little napkin ring holders. They're like fish. I thought they were cute. And the stuff was so cheap. Some of it I just figured I'd take a chance on. This, I don't really know what this is. It was in this bag. It looks like a map. Maybe of Japan or China area. It's in a different language. It's got like different activities. I don't know if you hang it on the wall or it's like some kind of souvenir thing. It looks old. We'll find out. It was just in the bag. So sometimes I grab stuff and I don't really know what I'm getting, and other times I try to look it up first. Oh, there's one more. That's like one of those little security blanket, and I've read those can be a BOLO also. I don't know if that one specifically is, but alright, then this was in the video too. It's a Blue's Clues sheet or curtain. I'm not sure if it's a sheet or a curtain. I think it's a sheet. I've sold other vintage sheets like Pound Puppies and Care Bears and that sort of stuff from the 80s and done really, really well with it. I've picked these up a lot in the past for like 50 cents or $1. I don't know what they're doing out there. Coogee wallet, that was in the video too. I almost didn't see that. I was super excited. Coogee sweaters do extremely good if you ever find one, like the bright colors from the 80s, like the men's sweaters. I have not been lucky enough to find one of those yet, but Coogee in general usually sells for me. Alright, these are the swimsuits I showed you guys in the video too. This one is Nautica, and the tag says it is a $144 swimsuit. So I'll probably list that one pretty high. And you know, I paid $10 for the whole cart, so whatever that equals out to, that's what I paid for that swimsuit. Definitely less than $1. That's another Nautica swimsuit. It looks like vintage to me. It's like a bikini. And it is a size 12. Made in the USA, so it definitely is probably vintage. I kind of like that. I might keep that for myself. That's my size too. There's the Nautica tag. And then, you see, that looks like older to me, the inside. So, yeah. If that doesn't look very great on me, I might list it, but I really like that. We have a sailboat we just got last year. It's just like a small one. It's not nothing crazy, but I really love going out on it. I don't know if I'm in bikini shape this year though. Night shift has had me gaining a lot of weight. So there's this swimsuit. It kind of looks like jean material, like pinstripe. I can't think of what that's called right now. And then it's got the red designs, and it's got a tag on it. This is the brand. I'm not real familiar with that brand, but it says it retailed for $94. So I thought OP, see that says OP7 or something. What does that say? OP, yeah, 7.2. I thought OP was like a cheap Walmart brand. I don't know, maybe this is something different. There was one more swimsuit. I don't know where I put it. Oh, here it is. That's a one piece. And it's got and Kohl tags, and it's $88. And it is a size 10. Okay. Then we've got these two placemats that were just really pretty. They have like a lace trim and they're floral and they look like cottagecore, shabby, chic, old-fashioned grandma vibes. That stuff does pretty well for me in that general broad category, which leads me to these dresses. This one has a matching belt. I showed you these in the video. I don't know if these are gonna sell. I don't know if these were a good buy, but as cheap as I got them, if nothing else, I mean, maybe I can fit one for Halloween or something. I don't know. I think they're super cute. This one is Lisa 2. And it's a size 10, but it's vintage, so probably not really a size 10. Whenever I list stuff like this that's older, I always do measurements because it's usually not the correct size that the tag says, like in modern day sizing. This one, I mean, they're so ugly, they're pretty, right? They're kind of like prairie, like, I don't know. Maybe they were a mistake, but I think they're gonna sell. This was the same brand. I meant to ask my daughter, she's almost 12 and she's into all the trends and stuff. I meant to ask her what she thought and I forgot. This one I know will sell. This one's not quite so over the top looking and it's super pretty. I would wear that one if it would fit me, but I don't know that it will. It's got a bow on the back. And this one is a different brand. Made in the USA, size 10. So these all came from the same person, I'm sure. I think I told y'all in my last video my theory about that. When you find a whole bunch of stuff that you can just tell came from the same person. And then like looking for more things that would fit that type of person that they probably donated. There's another one. I think they're pretty beautiful, honestly. It's that same Lisa 2, and that one is a size 12. And then there's this one. There was a couple more I left. Kind of wished I had got them all now. If I had known what a deal I was going to get, I would have. But I had no idea she was going to do that. Super pretty. It's hard to get the whole thing. I need to be taller. I thought it would be a good idea to film this in my storage unit since I'm dropping all the stuff off here, but it is hot in here, y'all. And then this angle is not doing me any favors, like, ugh. Karen Stevens, size 12. Alright, and then this one is like the fancy night out dress. Definitely 80s, I would say. It's got like a floral design here, and it's all shiny, and then it's got the pretty lace. That's super pretty. It's got the lace on the back. This one is by Scott McClintock, size 10. So yeah, I'll be getting these listed hopefully soon. I also found this. It's like a glass art Murano or what's the other glass, Fenton type thing. I don't know if it really is either of those brands. It doesn't have any markings, but it looked cool. This angel was really pretty. And this is Lennox, and it's Santa, and it lights up. It just needs batteries, I think. I have got this stuff before in the past at another thrift store for like $1 a piece and sold it for really, really good profits. So I know that will do good. And then this is from the other thrift store I went to, that first one. Blossoms. It's just a local store. These are all Anthony Richards brand. And they're like pajama gowns or muumuus. That's the tag. I have picked these up in the past. I think these are all 1X. I have picked these up in the past for 50 cents, $1, $2 a piece, and sold them for anywhere from like $10 to $30 a piece. A couple of them I lotted them up. There was one that had dogs all over it that I think I sold for like 40. These ones I will probably lot them up maybe in like pairs, or I might do one single and then like a couple pairs. I don't know. But they were, I think they were $1 a piece. Or no, they were 75 cents a piece. They were on sale. But they're really comfortable. They're kind of like a polyester, like slinky, lightweight material. There's a red one, kind of like a bandana print. And then there is this one. So yeah, and then I got that Monopoly game, which I don't know where that is at the moment. I don't have it with me. But I think that was everything I got at that Thrift With Me video that I wanted to show you guys. So, oh, there was some jewelry too, but it's in my other purse. Let me go grab it. Okay, so there was also this keychain. It's vintage, Six Flags, Looney Tunes, and this watch. It's Precious Moments. It's got like a rainbow. I think those look like hidden Mickeys right there on the heart. See that? But I'm sure they're not. But yeah, that was from the store where I got everything for $10. So yeah, let me see what else I can show you guys. This is how much stuff I have in here so far. All unlisted. I don't even know if you can still call that a death pile. Like, that's more like a death mountain. That really makes me motivated to list things though. Like, I have got to get that knocked out. That's insane. And then that stuff I have listed. And this stuff I have listed. I actually also came here today to pick up this puzzle that I sold. Let's see if I can get that out and show you guys. Okay, so I sold this puzzle I got for, I want to say $1, or it might have been 50 cents. And I sold it for $12 or $14 plus shipping. So that was a good pickup. I got 3 different ones. That's the first one that I've sold. Let's see. Show you guys some other stuff. These are like little apple ornaments. They were 10 cents for the box. Like I said, Christmas stuff does really well for me. I don't know if those are actually Christmas, but whatever. This, I think I got for $1, and I was probably gonna keep it because I like it. That was a free find. It's like a Betty Boop purse. And These were inside of it. They're little baby shoes. That fur is so soft. I don't know what brand they even are. I didn't even look. But they look brand new. So I found those in a freebie bag. Everything's just kind of mixed in here. This was another freebie find. It's got horses, like rainbow colors. It's a purse. Don't know. Some things I just grab, you know, especially if they're free, and then I figure out later if I'm gonna keep them or sell them or donate them. So this needs a little fixing up. I think I got him for 10 cents. So I don't know if I'll be able to fix him up. But if not, he was 10 cents. This I think I got for 50 cents, maybe? I don't know if it's supposed to be a bookend. I know it says $1.99, but they were doing a sale that day. I don't know if it's supposed to be a bookend or what exactly. That's a little golfing. No, that's not a golf. What is that? It says hole in the wall. Oh, it looks like a hairdresser. A little ornament. I think I got that for 10 cents too. The Swan Christmas. They had all their Christmas stuff for 10 cents that day. So I grabbed a whole bunch of it. And then they had all their hard goods for 75% off. So this says $1.99. So it would have been, oh, I can't think right now. It's hot. What, 50 cents, right? I don't know what it is. It looks like it needs repaired a bit. But, and then this guy, I think I looked up comps on him, and comps looked pretty good. But he's got a couple scuffs. He was a quarter. Yeah, I don't know. He actually has some damage I didn't see when I got him, so. But it was a quarter. I don't know what that goes to. Oh, and then we've got all these dishes in here. So I picked all these up. Like I said, all their Christmas stuff was 10 cents. So I got all these Santa plates. They're all different, except for the big ones down there are all the same. But these are all different, and they are this brand. And then they have the matching cups and the bowls. I actually might keep these because I think they're super cute. Debbie Mum is the artist. But if I do sell them, it will be a while because I recently sold a whole set of dishes and shipping was a monster. I am not looking forward to shipping anything like that again. Luckily it all made it there in one piece, but it was not fun. So that was a quarter. That looks like Pyrex or Fire King or something. I don't know. Yeah, so there's that box. What else do I got here I can show you guys? So that picture with the straw thing or the stir thing, that's like a vintage thing I picked up. That ashtray is a vintage thing. All those puzzles, I just got those the other day. They were $1. They were half off. I've found a lot of puzzles recently. These were, I want to say, a free find. Trying to get into this thing so I can show you guys this stuff. Move all this out the way. Okay. This was all stuff I got on high bid at an estate sale. Wow, they really wrapped that up there. Hold on. Okay. So these are all figurines that are... Wow, that says $425. I wonder if it's really worth that. I kind of bid on these and forgot that I was bidding on them, and then nobody else bid on them. And I ended up winning them, and I never got to look up comps, so I wasn't really sure what they were. I would not recommend doing that. But maybe I got really lucky. This is actually the first time I have looked at them in person. I just kind of threw them in my car and then threw them in here. So let's see what this one is. I forget what they were called. Pucci, I want to say. Pucci. One of them had the name on it. Wow, that one says $325. Maybe I didn't win the one that had the brand on it. I'll have to look it up and tell you guys what they are exactly. But those might have been a BOLO, it looks like, maybe. That's a lot of money on there, if that's really the price. And this is the last one. I think I paid $2 or $3 for these a piece. So yeah, I can't believe I drove around with those in my car with just that paper nesting for like over a week, and they were just thrown in my trunk, and they might have been worth $300 or $400. Oh my god. See, this is why you shouldn't source so much, because you just get overwhelmed. This is totally overwhelmed right now. What else can I show you guys? Got some cute shoes. Those would be really nice for spring. 9 West. I would wear those if they were my size, but they're probably too big. They're a 9. Some Tory Burch flip-flops. See, I need to get this stuff listed. There's 2 pair. This is from Goodwill. Some Minnie Mouse water shoes that still have the tags. So those flip-flops and the heels were probably like $3 each, and then the baby shoes were probably $1.89. Ah, that bag's falling. Let me see if I can get a couple things out. Hang on. Alright, I'm just going to show you guys a couple more things that I just pulled out. So this needlepoint golf pillow, I just got this week when I went to pick up some things off high bid that I won. I ended up stopping at a thrift store. And those tapestry needlepoint type pillows usually do good for me. So I picked that up for, I think, 50 cents. And then I got this little plush. I think he was $1.25. He looks vintage. Alright, I got cut off, but that was a free find. Disney usually does well, and it's vintage. This was another free find. It is vintage windbreaker, and it's super bright and colorful, and it's got this really cool design, and it has the matching pants. Like, how retro is that? So I don't know if that will sell, but it was free. This I think I picked up at Goodwill. It's like a beaded top, and it's really pretty in person. I thought it was nice. Birkenstocks I picked up at Goodwill. These will sell no matter how beat up and nasty they are, and these are pretty good condition, so those should do pretty good if I don't keep them. Little kid's coat that was really cute. I think I got this for $1. $89 at Goodwill. This is the softest thing you will ever feel. It's like a sweater cardigan set. I have a similar one listed and it has not sold yet. I'm super surprised because I think they're beautiful and they're super soft. There's another little pillow. I usually pick those up for about 50 cents. This I think I bought at a thrift store for maybe $1. This kind of stuff always sells for me, but I have a hard time getting rid of it because I also love it. I got this Trader Joe's cooler bag. That was a free find. And then I've just got a ton of hats that I've stuffed in the... So some of these I picked up at thrift stores. Some of them I found at yard sales. Some of them I found for free. I don't know about comps on any of them yet, because I have not gotten to that bin yet, but I will be looking it up. And apparently this shirt was in there too. I must have found that for free too. Don't know what it is. And a Chick-fil-A hat. So, alright you guys, I think that's about it for the day. It is hot in here. Woo, working up a sweat. So yeah, that's just a video to give you an idea of some things that I have in my death pile and a tip of what not to do as a reseller, new reseller. Do not oversource because you will wind up with a death pile that looks like this very quickly. This was all amassed in a matter of 5 or 6 months. I don't know what that says about me, but I'm good at thrifting, right? So I found a lot of stuff. Probably needed to slow down. So at my old job, I used to have an hour-long lunch break, and there was all these thrift stores right next to my job. And I would go thrift every day for like my lunch break, and I would just get tons of stuff. And then I also have been very lucky with people donating me things or just giving me things or finding things for free on the side of the road or curb alerts, yard sale leftovers. A lot of it has came from that. It's not all things I bought, but I definitely did buy way too much. So if you are a new reseller, keep your death pile to a minimum. Do not be in a position where you have to rent a 10 by 30 storage unit to store your mountain of death over here. So, but when I get it all listed and get it all sold, it will be really nice profits. So I like to think of it that way also. I think that's it for the day. You guys take care, stay safe. If you're selling, good luck with your sales. And if you're new to selling and you have any questions, if I can help at all, feel free to comment or send me a message. You can find me on Instagram, Thrifty Nurse XO. I have a Facebook page under Thrifty Nurse. I'm on Mercari under Thrifty Nurse and eBay Thrifty Nurse XO. And I'm also on Facebook Marketplace. So yeah, you can contact me any of those ways or here on YouTube. I'll be posting more videos soon. I'm going to try to do one a week. I think the next one is going to be a mystery jewelry box unboxing that I got from Shop Goodwill or Goodwill Blue Box. So if you're interested to see that, come back and check it out. And I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye!
One man's trash, that's another man's come up.